lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I'm in up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is Elliott. Big run that time by Elliott, and even 60 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Tighten up. Safe.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some new. Me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a cruise on receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Set, 19. 54 Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
On first down, Watson being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed it. And the pressure gets to him again.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Right there. 54 Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check. 37.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Stop your whining.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Hey, they're scared.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We own this. We own this.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Elliott running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
To throw is Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Where's the tap? 19. Hey, come on now, come on now. 1985. Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 16-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Watson. Open man, the tight end Fells. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 64 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 68 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as it...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Cooper was the target there. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
I'm here all day. Hey, check 24.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Taken down at the 49. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8. At the 41.
Watson off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Cut. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Check back. Check. 24.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
Check. Hey, alert. 55, my guy, 55. Go. Alert flare.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time, but that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal, and then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt, and I think that they are improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 31 and got a wedge now.
Coming this way, here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Check 41. I got you.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's third down.
We're going to 53.
Prescott to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Now it's Watson. He's letting this one go for... This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here it comes. Here it comes. Right there.
Operating from the gun. Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 35 yards away. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Final play of the half. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46, 46. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Steps away to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
And the Texans first down.
Baby, that's baby. Slam, slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 59. Watch the whip. 59. Kill. Don't take. Spell. Joker. Check 9. 54.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Alert. Switch. 59.
Back to throw, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Prescott now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Here's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Mark 55, Mark 55. 54. Sponge.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Slam. We're going to 54.
Again, it's Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play, first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it again with Miller. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Miller. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Switch.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
19! You must be dreaming. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. Miller. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good-sized lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.